Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over a few things, getting ready for the hot rod power tour. Yep, finally going to the power tour. We're working on coolant testing. We're going to take some measurements, going to drive it, idle it, run it through the paces and see what it does and see where we need to improve. I'm going to pull my boy off of Minecraft because it's spring break and who doesn't want to work on cars, right? And we'll get him in here to help with testing also. Stay tuned. Oh my God. All right, I consulted with my co-pilot, and we're going to treat this like a science project in school. We're going to have a little control group here. It's about 60 degrees out today, which I know power tour is not going to be 60 degrees, but we're going to get a control group baseline of what the car does here. I'm going to stress it out quite a bit today, find out my weaknesses in my cooling system, and we'll do another test here in a month or so when it gets up to be closer to power tour temps, and then I can take that data, figure out where my problems are. Hopefully that's what I'm doing, and I'm not just finding my radiator has a hole in it or something like that. So we're going to start off with getting everything set up, check fluids and all that kind of stuff, and then we're going to go for a drive, probably about an hour-long drive through some country areas where it's got some elevation changes and twisty turnies, and put a load on the motor. And we're going to be on my handy-dandy cardboard here testing coolant temp sensor, intake air temp. I don't know why I have coolant temp twice. Anyways, we're going to be monitoring the temperatures, and we're going to log that every 5 minutes or so while we're driving, see how it sits and what it looks like. And then when I get back to the house, I'm going to pull the car back in the garage. I'm going to close the door, garage door. I'm going to leave it open just a little bit for exhaust fumes. I'm going to close the hood and see how hot we get this thing till the radiator pops. So we're going to knock that out first. I'm going to do some checks and get the coolant levels and everything going, and then start driving. I'm about 30 miles north of the house at beautiful Arkham Springs. If you guys are in the area, you want to check out a cool place. This is a little hole in the wall that nobody really knows about. I guess now they do. It's real pretty up here. You can go fishing and camping and all that kind of stuff. We stopped in to check on the temps, make sure everything's still good, feel on the wheel hubs. Everything's still running solid. I haven't really moved off about 195 on the coolant temp. Intake air temps are sitting at about 75 degrees, so we're about 15 degrees above ambient, which is great. The little heat shield and ducting that I made for the cold air intake is working good. And sounds like I got a couple little things to deal with. A little bit of drive shaft wobble. And sounds like I'm developing an exhaust leak on the driver's side. And a little bit of drone at 2100 RPM. So already we're getting some things shaken out here that we can fix. Get back on the road, check back in with you. Well, we're back at the garage. Still got the motor running. I'm sitting about 203 now that I'm sitting still. About the best I can do for ambient temps right now. Right about 65. And we're just going to let it idle here and see what it does. Simulate this stop and go traffic. Okay, well, lessons learned. Sitting here idling. Things are going as they go. I'm slowly climbing up with the fans going on, and it was sitting on, and I'm just climbing to a 6 or 7, right? So I should be able to suck this napkin up in here. Should suck to the radiator. If it's not, it's blowing it away from the radiator. My pan's backwards. We got the polarity wrong on that, so that's canceling it out on the highway. And I'm relying just on the airflow through the radiator to cool it. So I'm going to push that and do that. So I'm going to unleash electronics fan relay board under here. And I had both my fans wired in. I assumed they were the same polarity. Apparently they're not. So they're both wired in. I tested this one, but I don't think I ever tested that one. And that's the one that's coming on when the fan triggers from the ECU, and it's coming on and pushing air, so it's canceling out. You can see I'm at 197 now. It's coming back down just because it's cooled off a little bit since I turned it off. Definitely blowing that now. But when I hook the other fan up, it's just blowing that way. So I'm going to have to go into the wiring, swap the polarity, tie it back together, and hook it back up. I've got one wired for cooling fan, and one comes on with the AC trinary switch. So I'm going to put the stronger one on the cooling fan, and when I need a little bit extra, that one will kick on. So I'm going to get that wiring taken care of, and probably could take care of some of these gaps around the shroud, probably help it come down a little bit. All right, so all in all, good test. We're out here getting some measurements in here, determine that at speed, the cooling system is sufficient. In traffic, it is not, which is a good place to find out now at 60 degrees as opposed to when it was 100 degrees and on the power tour. So now we're going to dive into finding out what's wrong, how to fix it. Then we'll test again and share the results. Hopefully you're getting out there driving your car too. I don't have to pull over and help you on the side of the road, but I'm sure I will. See you out there. Thanks for watching. Hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Or you like wave or something.